once again for allowing us to see another day. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to do this podcast. Pray that this podcast is a blessing to whoever's watching, wherever they may be watching. In Jesus' name I do pray. Amen. Welcome to Shot from the Heart. I'm your host, Isaiah Pfeiffer, and as promised to you last week, I do have her in the room. And come on, camera. What? Where you going? I know we behind the camera right now, but you know, it's lyrics week, and then next week we'll have Dad sitting right here to talk all the stuff about football. Let's get all the gymnastics stuff out the way, because you had exhibition 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I made it to level 6, y'all, and yeah, I skipped a whole level, and we're practicing a lot of level 6 stuff. And tomorrow I have privates with Coach Drew, which is my coach.
What time is your privates tomorrow, if you don't mind me asking?
Don't know, but Mom and Dad does.
It's day in the morning, probably most likely in the morning. Got anything you want to show off real quick for the viewers and everything? But before you do that, before you just show off, let me rewind a little bit and welcome everybody to the show and let them know that you can watch this on YouTube and TikTok and whatnot. But yeah, do you got anything you want to show the audience before we continue?
Do y'all want to see something?
Yeah. The comments have spoken.
I don't know what to show you, but because I don't have a lot of space. But I can show you one of my flexibility skills. It's kind of hard.
Your time, you don't have to rush.
Those, and we're gonna also have a floor routine. And Coach Drew said that in my floor routine we're gonna have one of the sassy moves, that and like that. So yeah, that's really it that I want to show. But yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Larry, for showing us, and she'll be behind the camera with Justice and chiming in on conversations. First things first, let's get some stuff out the way here. Tonight, Carolina on one side, Oklahoma on the other. We got the men's college World Series. North Carolina versus Oklahoma. I'm pulling for you, North Carolina, because you're the home team, but just don't think for 1 second that I forgot that y'all running rough shot in baseball, and you just, I don't know what. We would have beat you if we had good pitching. Freaking Blake Morningstar. He's gone, though. He transferred. Yay. Whoopee. But we need some more pitchers in our bullpen. Some stronger ones. I actually there was Marsh. I like him. Who's the other one? Justice. No, his
Johnson?
name's off the top of Johnston, Zach Johnson.
Smokey?
I like him. Smokey, I like him too.
Bowie?
We could keep those.
At times?
Reese Bowie, yeah, at times though. But he still needs some work. But for the most part, he's given us
what
about a
we
good
need.
6 innings, maybe 5. He's given us good 6 to 5 innings.
But sometimes
5 to 6.
in those 5 to 6 innings, he doesn't really perform at his best. But all we need is just a pitcher that is consistent, that can give us time, and that can just keep us in the place that we need to be in.
Yeah. Somebody that can hold it down.
Yeah. Like
Lyric doesn't know anything about baseball like that. She just asked me if I win.
Yeah, that's it. And I don't really watch it.
ooh, good example of someone. Chase Burns.
Chase Burns.
When we used to have him.
He's with Cincinnati, I think. Yeah, Cincinnati Reds. He's with the Reds.
When we had him, he was that guy. He was just
The guy.
He was him.
Man, we would have won that game against LSU. Hey, not hit it. King, oh my God. Man, we in extra innings and they just walked it off. They walked it off.
I love LSU.
We would have won. And then the last game, the first game we won was off a fluke. Them umps were just the umps were just all over the place. You remember that one, Justice? Them umps didn't have no type of strike. So the ball would start off up here, and then you call it a strike below at my foot. That's a strike.
If you're gonna call one thing, but then rule out another, what's the point in calling that one thing if you're gonna rule out the other? Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Like
North Carolina, get it done. Bring another title back home on the college level. However, on the professional level, it's been 10 years since we've seen a championship in the state of North Carolina. Not anymore. The Carolina Hurricanes are your 2026 Stanley Cup champions, and I called it. What? I said it was going to happen. I called for the sweep against Montreal. Everybody thought it was a clean sweep, but no, it was a gentleman's sweep, 4-1. I called for the sweep. I got it done. Now, I didn't pick the championship. I said, hey, Golden Knights, Hurricanes. All bets are off there, okay? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to tell you how many games it's going to be done. I know that Carolina is going to finish this, okay? They're going to win it, and they're going to do what they do best, and that is perform to the highest level in hockey. And I am not going to lie. I don't watch hockey like that. But when I do watch it, it's very entertaining. I feel like I'm watching WWE on ice with a puck and some sticks. And then when we get in the penalty box, we just want to rough up the referee. And instead of getting disqualified, we go in the penalty box. So it's kind of like WWE on ice. Just with more of a twist. Okay? Where else on this? Oh yeah, Yankees, you're back in first place. Yay, we don't got to worry about wild card for now.
Yeah.
June, July, August, September, October. We have 4 more months to go before we start talking about World Series stuff. Really, in actuality, 3 months. Because playoffs start in October, so, kind of takes it like the end of September, October, But I just want us to finish the job, okay? We went to the World Series a couple years ago. Aaron Judge did not show up. Therefore, as a result, the LA Dodgers took their first of 2 titles in the last 2 years in baseball. Do I see that the Dodgers are going to make the World Series? Yes. Do I see us having a rematch of a couple years ago? Yes, only because, that's my team. But there's a part of me that's saying that the Braves are going to be in the World Series. It's going to be the Yankees and the Braves in the World Series. I'm just saying that. Just like I predicted that the Atlanta Dream would be the WNBA champions. I still stand on that, especially after what I saw last night. I beat Caitlyn! And this time she was on the court for me to do it.
Didn't you call it?
I beat her.
You said
we
last
beat her
time
before, but she wasn't on the court. I beat her.
Last time we played against her, we lost, right?
Yes.
And
now the series this year is 1-1, and tomorrow we have the rematch. I guess they want to get broken in half again, so we'll break them in half again.
And didn't you say that it didn't matter in that game because we would come right back the next game?
I told you 2 weeks ago. I told you, you know what? Let the referees cheat. Let them do what they do. Lyric heard it. She heard me say it. Let the referees cheat. Let them have that game. We don't need it. We'll come back and we'll beat Caitlin Clark the next time because they're going to have to see us twice. The first time, we beat her. 108 to 101. We beat her.
maybe close, but we still beat her.
You can't expect what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese play. You can't expect a blowout. I mean, you could the first 2 years because given the fact that Angel Reese was on a crappy team, she had no help behind her whatsoever, and the coaches she did have, well, with the exception of Witherspoon, I mean, they fired Witherspoon for no apparent reason.
But
that kind of was shocking. And then they hired this guy named Tyler Marsh off the street who couldn't coach crap because you see what he's doing now in Chicago.
Weren't they like
if the playoffs were to end today, they would be on the outside looking in. Meaning they would not be in the playoffs if the season was to end today. But because we beat Indiana, I think this would push us up from number 4 to at least number 3 in the standings overall. Now we're first in our division. We're first in the East.
We kind of
First.
proved that.
We've solidified that. We've solidified that with the Caitlin Clark win last night, and then we solidified it a couple weeks ago when we was just running rough shot over some of these teams, especially with Chicago. You know. So we did our thing. We did our job. We're top of the heap right now. Had we not would have lost to Caitlin Clark, we'd be talking about the Aces and the Dream. But INSQ and all of them are starting to come hot. So congratulations to the Liberty and the Aces for making the Commissioner's Cup. But if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, it didn't actually really happen because the Commissioner Cup means nothing. That means nothing. It's extra icing on the cake. See, here's the thing. The Knicks, they actually backed it up. True story. Knicks, they won the in-tournament, the NBA in-tournament. They won the cup. Yay, big deal. Ironically, guess who they beat for the cup? They beat Wembanyama. And Wembanyama at the time was injured. Wow, shocker. Now, let's go to a great segue to what I'm about to say. I was born in Watertown, New York, so part of me feels this. Part of me feels for this. Congratulations to Jalen Brunson, Catman, Karl Anthony Towns, and the rest of the Knicks organization. I picked Wembanyama. I should have probably picked the Knicks. I like both teams. I like some of the players on those teams. De'Aaron Fox, bottom line, De'Aaron Fox did not show up. Wemby is a big 7-footer crybaby
Castle
who can't get his way and think that he's Curry. So he tried to throw up some 3-point shots.
Because of that one time.
Maybe we should get Lyric to teach him how to be a good sport. Because Wembanyama didn't just walked off the court, didn't shake nobody's hand. Like the disrespect.
And
I hate the disrespect.
He went into the tunnel, and then after the game, he just went and sat on the floor and started crying. Come on now.
No.
That's a baby.
You lost that game, sir.
That's baby.
You
lost that game. You were the one that... I didn't lose the game for you. I picked you. And let's be honest. Jalen and the boys should have swept you.
Yeah.
They should have swept you. You got lucky in game 4. You got lucky. It should have ended in Madison Square Garden. This series should have been over in Madison Square Garden.
4 games.
It should have been 4 games. But we took it to 5 games. And, I'm not complaining because I like seeing basketball.
We had hope.
If LeBron can't be in it, at least just let's extend the series. Let's not just make it a quick, unless you're like a dominant team like the Thunder was.
Who?
Oh, that's a great hit. Who? He just won the title last year.
Not this year.
Not this year, though.
What happened to SGA
That's great.
being MVP?
I like that. That was nice. That was actually appropriate because nobody cares about last year. We're in this year. We care about this year. Speaking of this year, what's on this table right here? And I'm here to tell you that We no longer have to worry about number 11. Somebody else has took that number. His name is Campbell. And he's a wide receiver that we picked up in the draft, I believe. And then we got Marquise Brown. So that's another Brown. At least this Brown is not going to talk behind our backs and try to make a love triangle out of something and try to be a prima donna. Mm-hmm. You know, you're reading books on the side. Oh, you're reading books.
Since when did you start reading books in football?
Book out.
In football.
When did I start breaking books out?
I'm on the bench. Okay.
To calm my peace. No, you were just frustrated because you wasn't
getting the ball
in the playoffs up until the Super Bowl.
And then you started dropping.
When you got your championship, you decided to fall back. You decided that you arrived. You decided, but you know what? You did arrive. I'll give you that. But you didn't arrive in Philadelphia. You know what you arrived to? You arrived to New England.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay? Bye. See you later. Only the person who's throwing you the ball is not the 7-time world champion. He's not the 45-year-old man.
He's not Tom Brady.
He's not the GOAT. Dare I say that? Because, yes, he is. Until somebody comes along and matches the 7 titles that he has.
Or breaks.
Minus the deflection or the deflation games. I still stand on this. I don't like what he did during the deflation games, but I am not going to hold that against him for the rest of his life because he has done what he needed to do, and I give respect to where respect is due, and, you know, it is what it is. But until you are going to break or match the 7 titles that Tom Brady has, you are not considered the great. You're not considered great. Therefore, all the talking that you're doing, A.J. Brown, I hope it's worth it. You got a quarterback that got embarrassed just a few months ago in February at the Super Bowl.
And here I was, the one who had faith in him.
And you had a right to have faith in him.
Because he has potential.
The stats did not lie. Because here's the thing. You wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl if you didn't prove yourself to get there. Exactly. Now, here's the thing. I do stand on this. It should have been the Broncos. It should have been a rematch of the Super Bowl, I think it was like 45, Super Bowl 45, I believe it was, where the Broncos got beat by the Seahawks. And I think at that time, they didn't have Peyton Manning. They had somebody else. I don't remember his name at quarterback. But at that time, they didn't have Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was still on the Colts. He didn't go to the Broncos until like a year or two after that. But he got his last championship in Super Bowl 50. So, oh, no, it wasn't Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl 48. Super Bowl 48. Because Super Bowl 49 was the Patriots and the Seahawks, where the Seahawks went for it on the 1 yard line, and instead of running it to take the lead, they decided to pass and picked off.
Stupid.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, you will never live that down, sir. You'll never live that down for the rest of your life.
You know who else will never live something down?
Falcons, you'll never live that comeback down. You had the Patriots of Tom Brady up 28-3. 28-3, and in the second half, you let them come back and tie now, you let them tie the game. The little dirty birds let Tom Brady come back and tie the game, and then that be the first Super Bowl in history to go to overtime. And guess who would make that history? Gee, I wonder who that would be. But it's okay, because we did your job the next year after that. We took care of that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And we didn't blow no lead. We had a lead. The most we had was a 10-point.
Yeah.
Most we had was 10 points. I believe that final score ended at about, 10, 13-point lead? I think that was a 13-point lead that we ended that game with.
All I know is
that defense was nasty. And what y'all don't want to talk about is the fact that we had second and third string guys on that defense mixed in with a couple of first strings. Second string offense with a first string offense because Nick Foles wasn't even supposed to be the quarterback in the Super Bowl. It was supposed to be Carson Wentz. Supposed to be Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz did his job, though. He took us there until he got injured. He paved the way for us to get there.
He got us there.
And then the holy man, number 9, Nick Foles, gave me my first ring.
Yeah.
Gave it to me. With the Philly special. Philly. The Philly special is basically just a quarterback catching the ball. The guy, Corey Clement, he used to be a quarterback, but he's better at running back. So what happened was the Patriots actually decided to do a version of that earlier in that game. They went for it. Tom Brady couldn't catch it.
Now when we
fast forward to the 2-point conversion after we score on them, everybody's like, oh no, just take the extra point. This might come back to haunt you.
Nah, I'd win.
And all I hear at the line of scrimmage, 180, kill, 180. Hike the ball, roll out, yoink, Nick Foles for a touchdown. I still remember Jason Kelce got a touchdown. He wasn't even the legal receiver. He just so happened to be in the end zone. Jesus Christ. That was smooth though. That was nice. That was nice. We had to have Big Batman get it. We had to have Big Batman.
Yeah.
You know, I just want these sports teams to stop using God as like an extra, because I'm not going to question nobody's faith or belief in God. But most of these sports teams, if you notice, like the Knicks coach said, don't fornicate until the end of the playoffs. Fornication is sex before marriage, for those of you who need a little education in that. The Carolina Tar Heels, who I mentioned earlier at the top of the show, they are in the College World Series. And they've been having Bible study. They've been studying the book of Matthew, just like similar to what we're doing, only the difference is we're studying the parables of Jesus Christ, and they're studying the whole book of Matthew, which mentions the parables. But
it's kind of confusing trying to take it all in one.
We are in Luke talking about we are on the prodigal son now. But everybody knows that story.
But just think about taking in every single chapter and then just having it mixed into one lesson. That would be kind of confusing taking that in, because every single chapter has a different meaning in what it talks about. So that would be a little bit.
Regardless, I just don't want these teams to use God as
their excuse,
as their reason to win a championship. And then when they win the championship, you don't hear nothing about God. See, and I'm not saying that my team is just the holier-than-thou team, but one thing about the Eagles organization, when Nick Foles stepped in, he came on that team, that's when we started finding our faith. Now you started seeing more guys. We have a Bible study. We have a chapel in the stadium. They are required and mandated every Sunday before every game to go to that chapel. And if they gotta travel, they'll adjust their schedule or whatever the case may be.
So
they
it's
are
mandatory?
required. Yes, for our team. I don't know if it is for the NFL period, but for our team in particular.
Earlier 2018.
This was when we won our first Super Bowl, and it's been going on ever since.
Oh.
So I mean, but like I said, I'm not acting like my team is holier than thou.
Yeah,
we don't use God as an excuse or
sometimes
as a reason
we do
to watch.
some stuff.
Because last year we should have beat the 49ers. Now we probably would have got smacked around by the Seahawks, but we should not have been out the first round. But that's all thanks to two people, really a multiple of people, but the main two people is Patullo
Get out.
and AJ Brown.
And
AJ
both
Brown.
of them left.
And Patullo.
Both of them
Patullo
left.
and AJ Brown. And Patullo's not going to be a good pass game coordinator for Miami. He's not.
That's funny.
Look, in order for you to be a pass game coordinator, you would need to have been called some plays, right?
And he called
And
plays.
When you call plays, you just you fell short. Okay.
You see, Patullo, I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of suck.
But let's get the main woman of the hour here, because she is a Jalen Hurts supporter. And let me explain something to you. The playbook that we had over the years and last year, done.
Yeah.
New playbook, new routes,
I can't
new
wait.
everything on offense. Everything new. No more, run up the gun.
Every single time.
No more drop back, long passes. No more of that. No more of that. How you feel that this is going to go? I'm going on record saying we're going to repeat as the NFC East champions. Now, I ain't going to say we're going to go to the Super Bowl just yet, because I need to see how we're going to do it. Because 13-3, guess what? We win the division. That's a 13-3 record.
We ain't gonna be no third place after the first game.
But maybe
Dallas.
Maybe the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. Whoa.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road. Whoa.
But, Lyric, I have a question. What are your thoughts on the Eagles basically becoming a new team with everyone that's coming in and the new offense? You think we're gonna do good this year?
Depends on how Jalen plays today. Plays, yeah.
Today, I know. Listen.
We want football.
4 more weeks, I tell you. 4 more weeks. Can you just handle it for about 4 or 5 more weeks, okay?
How about 4 more seconds?
It depends on how he throws and stuff, because sometimes his teammates over here and then he just throws the ball in, like right here. And, yeah, it's just kind of wonky.
So you just saying he needs to be precise
And accurate
Yeah.
with his throws.
Mm-hmm.
does what he needs to do.
Yeah,
to
and that's
be.
it, though. But I can't wait to see Jalen play.
We all can't wait. We got 5 weeks, I tell you. 5 weeks. But if you want in real football, actually, the first game is no longer on a Thursday night. It is on a Wednesday night after Bible study. Wow, can you believe that?
Yay!
And then the international game is on Thursday. And then we got a couple games on Friday. And then we got some more on Sunday. Ended on Monday. Wow, I'm just having a whole full week of football, ain't I? Jesus Christ. Do I got any comments? I'm fitting to wrap this thing up. I'm fitting to wrap this bad boy up. I got any comments, questions, or concerns?
You are good.
And does Lyric have any comments, questions, or concerns from the commenters on the show?
Did we lose anyone?
Lose anyone important on the football team?
Yeah.
AJ Brown.
Outside of AJ Brown.
It's gone.
Well, actually, no. Actually, no. Jalen Phillips, gone.
Yeah. I don't know why we got rid of him. We barely used him.
3rd and 30, as I like to call him.
Yeah, he's
Blankenship, he's gone, rightfully so.
Do we
Lane
still have
Johnson is signed. Who else I got gone?
Do we
besides
still have
Patullo?
Cooper? Cooper
Cooper
Jean?
DeJean is going to move into his spot that he was in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So we're moving him
Okay,
back
good,
to that
good,
spot.
good.
There's some other ones, but I can't really think off the top of my head. There was a lot,
I think that's
but it wasn't
the
like
main.
detrimental.
I think those are the main.
The more
people.
detrimental that people are starting to see is like, oh my God, AJ Brown is gone, and we just gotta go.
You're gonna go
We're
0-17.
We're gonna lose every game because we don't got AJ Brown. That's especially what the Cowboys fans are
That's
saying.
a
But
lie.
I beg to differ. Your defensive coordinator was an assistant head coach to Vic Fangio.
So
And y'all think that y'all gonna just come right out and just. You see how well some of these assistant coaches do. I ain't gonna say all of them because Andy Reid was an assistant coach, and then he flourished
he's
into the Super Bowl coach that we know today.
one of the greatest examples that you can see in those
Sean
types of
Mannion.
coaches.
I need you to do your job, and if you do a good job this year,
Maybe
don't leave town like all the other ones. Okay.
Don't leave town like Kellen
Don't
Moore.
leave town like Kellen Moore.
He was
And definitely don't leave town like Shane Steichen. Because we need you. I'm tired of changing offensive coordinator after offensive coordinator after offensive coordinator after offensive coordinator after offensive coordinator. That's 5 offensive coordinators.
because here's the thing about that. You have
5
to
different ones.
last minute. You have
Would
to
you-
find someone, and then when you do it last minute, there's better people out there. But instead of you getting those people, you say, "Oh, let's wait.
Garbage.
Let me get a quarterbacks coach, a passing coordinator coach."
Quarterbacks coaches actually, some of them do actually make good offensive coordinators because they would have had to at least know a little bit about calling.
They have to have knowledge on what they're doing. Before.
Yeah, the thing is, a quarterbacks coach, some of them, the requirement of a quarterbacks coach is you have to know the plays.
If you don't, you can't be a coach.
Because you can't be a quarterbacks coach if you don't know the playbook.
How are
If you don't know how to call a play, because you know, you got to be around the offensive coordinator, you got to be around the quarterback. So the assumption would be that you would know how to call plays. You may not know how to draw up a play,
But
as
you know
the
how
offensive
to-
coordinator would do, but you would know
how to direct
how to
it.
direct it and call the play. That's
So-
all I want. I don't want Sean Mannion just doing stupid stuff. I want him to keep everything as simple as possible. And if we lose, we lose. We win, we win. And I am not speaking Super Bowl, but let's look at the pattern here ever since Jalen Hurts took over as the starter. Playoffs, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, playoffs. Super Bowl win. Playoffs. Are
What
we
comes
starting
next?
to see a pattern here, okay?
Now, this may not happen,
See it.
but if it does, I'm not going to say I told you so.
Our first year with Nick Sirianni actually was like it was nice
Yeah, it was something.
because nobody really liked Nick Sirianni till he took us to the first Super Bowl, which we lost. Shouldn't have lost that one, but think about what he did though.
We don't talk
The
about
pattern that I just mentioned, and he's been a head piece of that.
He's been a part of that
He's
pattern.
been the head guy of that pattern. And I just like the way he talks. I like
Cool
the way
white
he
dude.
talks, and I like the whole look. I want to shake Nick Sirianni's hand one day. I do. I want to shake his hand one day and just match his energy. Like, cause you seen him, Mike. You heard him mic'd up in the Super Bowl. He's like, if we score here, this is over. Just call it. Call it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. You cool white dude.
Okay, Mr. Confident.
You should have seen him at the party. They was playing the buy you a drink. He doing the motorcycle. I'm like, boy, you gonna go sit down.
White dude acting like he pure black.
Boy, they got you gassed up.
Acting like he know what he doing.
Man, he's funny, man. But he can coach though.
Yeah.
I like him, even though some people don't. I like him. Next week we'll get more in depth into the college football, but as you can see, we're still getting disrespected. even though we won the Duke's Mayo Bowl, but
It's a bowl nonetheless. We haven't went in a few years, so
my
shut
God,
up.
we are in the outside of the top 25. I think we're like number 30, 35.
Are we ranked at all?
No, we're not ranked in the top 25, but we are ranked nationally,
Oh,
but not in the top 25.
so is that good?
It's
National?
good if we can string some wins together. If we can beat, I'm telling you right this, because Miami's ranked.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get past Akron
Mm-hmm.
and get past Purdue, and somehow, depending upon how I see these games, because I got to see how we play. I can't predict it, but I can only predict off of what happens last year. If we can somehow beat Miami, depending upon where they're ranked,
Then that would help us get ranked.
We can help it. Yeah, if we can beat a couple ranked teams. Now our schedule is a little tough this year. Last year
a little
wasn't
scary.
as tough.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, it's a little scary here. You know,
It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs.
Akron, Purdue. I don't know nothing about Purdue football, but I
Miami.
learned today. Miami. I remember we had a 28-14 lead on them, and then in the second half they just reminded us why we are not on their level.
And then they came out with the dogs.
Yeah, they blew us out the water at the end of that game.
Yay,
So,
that was fun.
We had a chance to actually chip
Win.
away something, but can't win them all. All right, make sure you tune into this podcast every Friday, unless otherwise specified. You can catch this podcast on YouTube. You catch it on TikTok. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe, and comment on the shows. And go see my Beat store. It's through through a website called Beat Cartel. I'm gonna post the link of my Beat store in my bio on TikTok. Eventually, we will get these videos out on Instagram and on Facebook. But eventually we'll do that. And there's one more thing I gotta do. One more thing I gotta do because it's a special day tomorrow for one of my friends here. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations to my friend. She's getting married tomorrow. Exactly 5:00 in the evening. This is considered part of your gift. Because I'm getting you something special here. This is considered part of your gift. Congratulations to you and your husband-to-be. I hope that your marriage is as long as my parents are. They've been married for 29 years. Okay, they had me after their first year of marriage, I believe. So you can imagine how long the marriage has been lasting because they're still here and they're still going. And nobody told them to go nowhere, and nobody asked them to. So, Naya, congratulations. I just wanted to let you know. Naya and Amaya, Maya and Anaya, they're going to be there at the wedding together. And then I always confuse their names sometimes, Anaya and Amaya, Amaya and Anaya. Like, what is going on here? One is the hairdresser. Okay, let's say it. One is the hairdresser and one's getting married tomorrow. Just look. Can I do that?
Categorize.
Let's categorize the people, okay? One is doing the camp. She's overseeing the camp and is the hairdresser. Another one just goes to church with me. She just goes to church with me. Okay, enough of that. All right. Heavenly Father, thank you once again for allowing us to see another day, and thank you for allowing us to do this podcast. Pray that this podcast is a blessing to whoever's watching, wherever they may be watching. In Jesus' name I do pray. Amen. You guys take care. God bless you now.